Thanks for joining us here this evening, Wilkes-Barre area, for tonight's soccer matchup between the Berwick Bulldogs and the Wilkes-Barre area Wolf Pack. So we're into the first quarter. There's 15 minutes and change. No score between Berwick and Wilkes-Barre. So Berwick trying to get their offense going. Gianna Mendola right there, and there's Morgan Lisnock. They'll go through Kayla Fernandez here for Berwick. And now it'll be some defense, Shelby Ardo Boyko. Now the shot to midfield for Mendola. She gets it forward. Harder, trying to beat the Berwick defender. And here's Harder. And good defense over there by Berwick, and they get it out. So there's going to be a throw-in coming in here for Wilkes-Barre. Throw-in's going to go to Mackenzie Evans. And now nobody home, and now Berwick will have a little bit of a charge. Kayla Fernandez getting behind the defense. She's got a one-on-one with Sarah Griskevich. Down on that far side, Fernandez, prolific scorer last year in the Wyoming Valley Conference. Very tough to defend. Sends it across the middle. Mendola there, and that gets it back out. And now it'll be Issa Mendola just trying to get her foot on it, just trying to get it out of harm's way, but Berwick coming back the other way. And trying some footsie skills there is Rihanna Andreas. Play here, going to the far side, and then hit out of bounds by Brigido. So Berwick threatening now with 13:41 to go here in the first half. No score between these two. Griskevich, Evans goes through two people's legs, and now it'll come over to Kosick, but Berwick just seems to be in the right places all the time. Wilkes-Barre has not cleared well here in this game thus far. So the goalie did not come out. O'Donnell. Mendola got a foot on it, but not enough. And now just Berwick pounding the offense right now, but again, no score. Here is Harder. She has been a scoring machine so far this year for the Wolfpack. Mendola on that far side, looking for Kosick to get her a pass. She's got it on her foot. A little push out there both ways, bodying each other. And they'll get a whistle here. And it's going to get to be the Wolfpack advantage. That could have gone either way, as both players were playing physical. It's a big defender there for Berwick, Tolley. And Berwick likes to play that style. They are a physical team. 12:39 on the clock. No score here. Here's Gianna Mendola from about the 35. Waiting for the official. She's got a strong leg. Again, seeing if she can get it on ahead. And Wilkes-Barre hoping not to be offsides here. First half play. Berwick gets another defender down. Mackenzie Evans now comes down to get in the play. Two defenders back for the Wolfpack. Kayla Fernandez even coming down. Here's Mendola's kick. It's high into the goal, and she scores. Gianna Mendola from 35 yards out with the goal for the Wolfpack, and a 1-0 Wilkes-Barre lead. So not sure, a tough ball there for Emily Umet to handle, and may have just taken that right kind of bounce on the turf for the Wolfpack. Very fortunate on that. This will just fire up the Berwick Bulldogs a little bit more, though. Kayla Fernandez, don't think she's going to be denied in this type of game. She really seems to rise to the occasion. And again, just a prolific scorer for Berwick. Harder's been the scorer for Wilkes-Barre this season. Harder now 1-on-4. That's a little too much to overcome. Here's Kosick now with the ball. A little separation needed by Wilkes-Barre. Good defense and getting it over that way. And here is Issa Mendola. Now goes to the outside, gets by one Bulldog defender. Mendola's got a little bit of a lane on that far left, throws it across the middle, and a diving save. Nice job there by Umet. Wilkes-Barre trying to keep it alive. A shot back towards the keeper, and she comes out and makes that save. So a great job there by the keeper of Berwick. 11:47 on the clock, 1-0. Wolfpack in front. Mendola on the defensive end, trying to get rid of it. But Berwick again coming over on the attack. Here's Ardo Boyko, the defender for Wilkes-Barre. Doesn't gauge that the right way, and the whistle is going to be a Wilkes-Barre throw-in. So back into the ball game will be number 16, Haley Krisnavage. Ardo Boyko gets it out towards Kozik. There's two players over there, her and Krisnavage. Krisnavage throws it back, but there's like 5 defenders back for Berwick. They're playing it well. Mendola gets it over to Evans. Evans, and now Issa Mendola in the midfield. She sends a long one right towards Krisnavage, right off her leg, and now Berwick will get back on it. So here's the Bulldogs off of Livingston's leg. Now Mendola, good battle there. Her and 23 have been battling all night, and they're going to say it's on Mendola. Katie Starr, the tall defender, gets the call. She's a senior for Berwick, big, strong player. And the call before went Mendola's way. Now Starr gets the call. 10-26. Nice ball here. Mendola gets it off her chest, and then a high shot goes through the crossbars. And Force sends that through. So 2 is Leighton Force. So there's 10:09 on the clock. Gianna Mendola will kick this out as the Wolfpack lead by 1 late in this first half. This ball floats towards the 40. And here is Crystal Harder now. Junior. A lot of travel soccer for her. Here's Issa Mendola trying to make a move. She's got a couple of defenders to go against. Trying to make a cut. Sends it over towards Livingston. And good defense there by Berwick. Now back coming the other way, Gwen Norowski sends one deep. Who's over there? Fernandez. She's going to have a little bit of advantage. You cannot give her a window. She makes a cut, coming across, and then goes off of Mackenzie Evans. And then they'll bloop one, and the goalie will come out, and O'Donnell will fall on that. And almost made a little boo-boo there, but she ends up getting control. Sends it high and short. Who's there to win the ball? Berwick again. Here's Fernandez. Every time she touches the ball, she's dangerous. Mendola trying to just slow her down a little bit, and then the Wolfpack send that deep. But again, who's there? Berwick. On every ball that's in the air, it seems to be the Berwick Bulldogs. Starr battling in the middle. And now here comes the Wolfpack. They try to get a ball through to Harder. Harder gets it on her foot. She's got a couple of people to beat. Could Harder go through 3 people? Crystal Harder still on her feet. And Harder sends it right into a Berwick kneecap. So here comes Berwick back on the attack, trying to get it past midfield. That is Gwen Norowski. Norowski right at midfield. Fernandez will get it on her foot. Sends it back. She's got Mackenzie Evans. Now it's going to be a battle between Starr and Mendola. And Starr and Mendola hit bodies, and then it'll go out. And I think we're going to get a goal kick here. So a good battle down there. Starr, she's a little winded, but she's been battling this whole game. Berwick a little short on numbers. When you look over to their bench, they've got 5 players. 3 of them have hooded sweatshirts. So now they got 6 players. So 2 of them, they're going to get spent a little bit. Wilkes-Barre probably rotating about 16 players. One Mendola to the other, but it's going to be Berwick's advantage here, as they've just been out hustling Wilkes-Barre by a little bit, even though they trail by 1. And again, we'll see how that endurance comes into play as the game wears on. Issa Mendola gets it out towards midfield. That's Kosick. Kosick with the ball. Trying to get past, and then 13 is over there. And here comes Kosick the other way as Rachel Whiteknight couldn't get her foot on it. Here comes Crystal Harder. Can she get through 3 defenders? She cannot. Harder bloops one, but it's going to go right to the goalie, Emily Umet. 7:11 on the clock here in the first half. Berwick trailing by 1 to the Wolfpack of Wilkes-Barre area here on a beautiful night for soccer at Wilkes-Barre Memorial Stadium. John Mendola Show, we appreciate you joining us tonight. Somehow, some way, we're going to make it happen here tonight. So here is Wilkes-Barre. Possible attack here for Berwick. That's number 12. That is Morgan Lisnock. And Sarah Griskevich just sends that down. Going to be a foot race over here and sending that deep and towards the stand. So there's 6:33 on the clock. Substitution. It'll be number 1 for Wilkes-Barre, Layla Macking. She's a junior. And Mackenzie Evans. Now it's Griskevich, trying to just keep it away from Fernandez, the top scorer for the Berwick Bulldogs. Lit up the league in her first couple seasons. Berwick still trying to get the attack going. Ardo Boyko, and they end up giving it to the Wolfpack. So it looked like a dangerous play. Now, I'm not sure if the Berwick girls footsie kind of got in there on Ardo Boyko with 5:47 on the clock. So a wonderful night here in South Wilkes-Barre as Mendola gets the kick and will send it down deep over the defender's head. Here's Crystal Harder on a possible scoring chance. Harder was going to have to make a quick cut. Good recovery by Berwick, and then they thwart that. So nice defense there. And now it's Livingston in the middle of the field, trying to get it over to teammate. Sends it in. That's Corcoran. And then it is Macking trying to battle down there. She's battling against latent force. And then it goes out of bounds. So Harder had a short window there and unable to finish that as Berwick had a little extra hustle with 4:57 to go. Here is Kayla Fernandez, Ardo Boyko. They're tying up legs over there. 2 physical players. And Fernandez sends it. It is DeFinis and Mendola. It's a foot race. DeFinis is fast and gets to it first, keeps it alive. At a Serena DeFinis. She is a sprinter, no doubt about it. Not many soccer players like DeFinis around. She's got the wheels. Mendola just about matched her speed. We may see these two in track season, but in different events. So here's a high direct kick for Berwick. Mackenzie Evans did not take her time, had all kinds of time there. Teammates need to talk to her there. With 4 minutes to go, you don't want Berwick to get one more opportunity. Could have cleared that. Again, Berwick shooting high, but Wilkes-Barre just keeps letting them get some opportunities here. Not clearing the ball. And that'll burn you at some point here with a team like Berwick. So Mendola now with 3:28 on the clock. Winning the ball is Berwick again. And here comes Layla Macking with a head of steam trying to beat the Berwick defender. But Berwick is all over it. But Macking putting on the pressure for Wilkes-Barre to get a throw-in with 3:11. Here's the throw-in. Trying to be controlled. Left-handed shot and going to go wide. So there's 2:49 on the clock and counting. The Wolfpack clinging to a 1-goal lead. And let's see what the Wolfpack are able to do here. It's going to be a tough situation for the Wolfpack to maintain this lead against a team like Berwick who could just score goals. They're just good at it. Harder, who has really been a scoring machine, as I had mentioned earlier this year. She gets opportunities, just seems to find the back of the net. Good pickpocket there by Starr. Back over here, Starr. Little push there. And they're going to call that. So Starr got pushed around a little bit. And eventually she's going to get a direct kick here from right around the 28. So the old Malachi crunch happened there. And here comes the big leg of Starr. O'Donnell's got to play tall here with this. Starr tired, but you're not going to, don't let her fool you. She's got plenty in that leg. Big shot here. Star off her leg, off her foot, and then luckily hit out. And boy, the Wolfpack got lucky on that one. O'Donnell unable to secure that, and Berwick took the advantage. And now the official will come out. As Star got a little banged up, and the trainer will come over to see her. Hopefully she's okay. They'll bring in number 13 now, Rachel White-Knight, the sophomore. So again, Katie Starr is one tough young lady. Big, tall young lady. Fernandez is on the sidelines right now. She's stretching out a little bit. She has battled a little bit of injury, and that slowed her down just a bit. She has not been in as good a form as she normally is. But it's going to take more than that to slow down Kayla Fernandez, that's for sure. Livingston now, gets the foot on it, but good defense over there by number 7, Addie Fernandez. Footwork, Harder, keeps it in. Harder now down the sideline, sends it through, it's Macking. And then nobody's foot home, Mendola battling over there. She'll gain control. Mendola tried to get a ripper on it, but her foot hit the turf and just unable to get any mustard on it. 39 seconds here in the first half. Berwick's top scorer is on the sideline right now, stretching out her ankle and her feet. Here comes Mendola, trying to beat the Berwick defender. One quick move, sends it across, and good scoop up over there by Emily Umet. 18 seconds on the clock. Evans over there, over her head. Gianna Mendola sends it down, and there's 10 seconds. And Berwick, could they get one more opportunity? No, with 3 seconds to go, and the clock is going to run out. So the first half is in the books. The Wolfpack clinging to a 1-0 lead over Berwick. All right, here we go. Second half between Berwick and the Wilkes-Barre area Wolfpack. Live high school soccer action tonight from Wilkes-Barre Memorial. The Wolfpack of Wilkes-Barre area have a 1-0 lead on a 35-yard direct kick from Gianna Mendola. It took a hard bounce and went past the senior Emily Umet. So here comes the Wolfpack. Kayla Fernandez back in off the sideline, and here come the Berwick Bulldogs looking to attack with Fernandez. They're going to try to see what they can do to keep bodies on her all night long. She is just that good of a player. Berwick, again, short on the bench. They've got 6 players over there, 2 of which have the white shirts on, getting in the rotation. So here is Harder. And again, all the balls in the air just seem like they've been won by the Berwick Bulldogs. Win a lot of balls. Wilkes-Barre, little, I don't want to say timid, but just not as aggressive right now as Berwick is with winning some of these balls. Here comes Brigido, trying to keep it in down the far side. Brigido slows it down, gets it back. Here comes Harder. Harder from around the 25 and then kicked away. Nice defense there as number 22 for the Berwick Bulldogs, Gabby Starr. She is just a 9th grader. Battle down there and hit out. That looks like it's Livingston. DeFinis goes right to the ball, looking for a quick hole, gets it back. Now they're playing give and go over there. They'll send it over to the middle. Fernandez, and O'Donnell's going to have to go get it and is able to get that. Kayla Fernandez got a slight head on that, not enough. Berwick had a goal that was called off for a push earlier. Here's Fernandez. She does stuff like this where she'll meander in the middle just a little bit, and then all of a sudden she will rip one and can rip one for 20, 25 yards out. Mendola puts a foot on that, and now it's Harder. Harder trying to make a move. Harder does a little Megster almost. Tries to keep it in attached to her foot, and then Berwick hits it out, and the Wolfpack will get a throw-in. 37:52 on the clock. Deep throw-in here, but Berwick is right there in the right position. DeFinis and Gianna Mendola getting together there in the middle. Now here's Kayla Fernandez on this far side. Ardo Boyko. Got to play some defense as Berwick is there, and Ardo Boyko takes it over to the side. Berwick is going to rally. Here's Fernandez. Somebody's got to get a beat on her. Evans is going to try to eye her up. You give her a half an inch, she will take it. Gianna Mendola kicks this out, not too far, and now Harder. But Tolly Starr coming in there. Here's Harder on a little bit of a run. Wilkes-Barre's got numbers and goes right to the foot of Krisnavage. Krisnavage coming down now. Brigido, I think, was off, though. So Brigido was off just a hair. Her defender fell, and she was 2 steps offside. So the right call. 36:52 on the clock. Official was right on it. We appreciate you joining us tonight here in the John Mendola Show. We are driven by McCarthy Tire Service. Nice kick from Umet. And then Kayla Fernandez now has an opportunity. And she sends one through. DeFinis is right there and kicked over to the side. Good defense. I think that was Livingston. So that's what you do if you're Berwick. You send one through. Fernandez had 3 Wolfpack with flat feet there, just watching her. And she sent it through. DeFinis ran. And then luckily Livingston was there to get rid of it for the Wolfpack. Here comes a corner kick. They're dangerous on these. Nice high ball. Oh, just missed. Oh, Berwick now starting to get that offense working here in this second half and crashing that goal. That is stuff that they do on a regular basis. Wolfpack are going to have to try to play the ball on the other side of the 50. Mendola's kick goes right through her sister's legs, and now here comes Harder on a run. Harder has Issa Mendola, but a defender is back there, and a nice job there by Starr, the senior. Harder now from the 30, trying to work the sideline. Still has a little bit of wiggle room. Goes back to the middle. Gets it over to Corcoran. Corcoran trying to make Mendola on a possible run. Used her body and falls down. Defense there from Berwick. She would have went. She might have had an opportunity. Wilkes-Barre looking for the call, but I think that was a good no call. 34:59 on the clock. 1-0 Wolfpack. That ball sent just beyond Starr and back to Harder's foot. Harder surveying the field. She will send it over, but another Berwick Bulldog is there. Mackenzie Evans now going sideline to sideline, trying to make a run, makes a quick stop, and pokes it through, and then pokes it out of bounds. Now Ardo Boyko will get it in. Mackenzie Evans. But one of the footsies is there for Berwick, and Berwick playing some defense, and they send it out. That is Rihanna Andreas. So now the Wolfpack trying to play on their side of the 50. And a battle over there between Starr and Evans goes out, and they will say it is out on Starr. So Wilkes-Barre will have a throw-in. Kayla Fernandez meandering right near midfield. She's got 3 defenders around her, and that's the kind of attraction she will have. Her and Evans battling. Here's Fernandez. Sends one deep, but it's going to be too deep, but O'Donnell will come out and scoops that up. O'Donnell. Short. Fernandez gets her body on it. Griskevich sends one deep here. This could be a foot race with Harder. See if she can get behind the Berwick defender. Uses a little bit of body, but great job by Abby Seeley. She is a senior, and she uses her body very, very well there and just shields Harder. Krasnavich now sends it over. It's Harder. Harder in the center, trying to work her little footsie magic. On Starr. Harder sends one to the goalie, and Umet there grabs it and reels one out to Fernandez. She'll have a one-on-one with Evans, and now she sends it backwards, and she'll send it forward now. Ardo Boyko being very aggressive there, and she gets tripped, and they'll make the call. So I don't think that was on purpose, but the Berwick young lady got her feet under Ardo Boyko, who took a hard fall. This will bring up Gianna Mendola. It'll be a little tough to get this one in the goal. She's all the way, 52 yards in reality from the goal. Let's see if she can bloop one and maybe get one of her offensive players there. Sends it. Going to get it down right near the 10. Just missed her sister. Good head work there by Berwick, by number 22, Gabby Starr, the freshman. So Griskevich could not get that on a body. Here is DeFinis and Mendola. It's a foot race. DeFinis, Mendola, shot is high and slid along. So DeFinis got the step on Mendola and just unable to finish that. It was, again, DeFinis, great speed she showed. Mendola almost stride for stride with her, put the pressure on her. But DeFinis, again, shows her ability to sprint by people. Mendola's kick this time will head out just beyond her sister. It'll be controlled by Brigido. Brigido sends it in the air. Header by Starr. Mendola misses with her foot, and then Chris Navage misses. Then it's Evans gets thrown down, and they're going to call that on DeFinis with an elbow. So Mendola asks for 10. DeFinis and Fernandez right there. 31:08. Mendola sends one deep. They're going to be offsides if she got it there. There were 4 Wolfpack offsides. Here's Krasnavich trying to get it through. Mendola gets a foot on it, but Berwick's there. And now it's Griskevich going to hit it out with her head right near the midfield stripe. Fernandez with a one-on-one. It's going to be DeFinis. Griskevich is going to step up, does a good job of that. And then Harder controls in the middle. She pokes one through. Could this get there? And almost a footsie race there as Corcoran tried to get to it. But we'll get a throw in here from the side. That's going to be Emma Cologne. Cologne gets it to Fernandez. Fernandez sits one back, and then Griskevich goes forward, but who's she kicking to but Starr? Off of DeFinis' leg. Back over to Krisnavich. Krisnavich with a quick move, and now it is Evans, and then it's shot through. Foot race here, and Mendola gets rid of it. Nobody hurt on that one. She fell down, and the Berwick offensive player fell over her. So you have to sacrifice your body sometimes, whether you're the Wolfpack or the Bulldogs, and both players did just that on that particular play with 30 minutes exactly left in this contest, and the Wolfpack clinging to a 1-goal lead against Berwick. Battle of two of the better teams here in the Wyoming Valley Conference in 2020. So here's Mendola. Can she get past? No. Nice job there from Berwick's Rihanna Andreas. Able to get her foot in there and stop any threat. So the Wolfpack almost had an errant throw-in. Now they get a throw-in. It'll go towards Harder, gets past her, Berwick's way, and Berwick just out-hustling the Wolfpack a little bit. Here is Fernandez. You can see a spent a little bit, but DeFinis is not going to fool around. If she could get past Ardo Boyko, she will. And again, here comes Fernandez. Now he's going to sprint to the ball, and Evans is right there, trying to keep somebody on her foot. She gets it off of that foot, and now here comes Harder. Fernandez will get pushed by Harder, and she doesn't want anybody to get the better of her, that's for sure. Krisnavich back over to Harder. Harder's going to send one deep. Mendola is behind the defender. Would have been offsides if it got past her. So luckily for her. Now Mendola has somebody behind her, but a nice job by number 2 stepping up there. That is latent force. So now here comes Berwick. Tired bodies out there. Emma Cologne. A lot of room in the center of the field. As you can see, Berwick is tired right now. They're putting their heads down, and they're bent over. And again, it is tough with just a short roster right now for Berwick. That depth could play a factor this year for them. Starr sends one deep. It's Evans. Gets her body on it. Who's going to win the race? Her and DeFinis going body to body over there. And DeFinis, again, with those quick legs, is awfully good. She rips one towards O'Donnell, and O'Donnell grabs that just in front of the goal with 28:09 on the clock. Berwick and Wilkes-Barre played in an exhibition game this year, and the Bulldogs defeated them. Probably more of a scrimmage, 3-0. Here is Fernandez, pushed out by Mendola. DeFinis scores! DeFinis hanging around. Wilkes-Barre just kind of let it go. Let it hang around, and DeFinis got behind them and finishes 1-1. So a nice job. Boy, she has just been all over the place. Serena DeFinis, and her hard work pays off. Well, you can see Berwick. They're tired. There's no doubt about it, but they are a good soccer team. But again, they're being asked a little bit to do a little too much here with a short roster. So will that be a factor here as this game wears on? But when you got firepower, sometimes firepower beats out endurance. And Berwick has quite the firepower with Kayla Fernandez and Serena DeFinis. Krisnavich now sends one over. Mendola's got a little wiggle room. Mendola with a foot race. Here comes the Berwick defender. Nice job of recovery, and she'll have to send it back to Harder. Here's Harder trying to find open space. Sends one. Could somebody bloop it over with their head? The goalie's there. Great play there. Krisnavich almost got there, but Emily Umet came out and was aggressive on that play. Harder's going to try to win that. Here comes Evans and Fernandez. That's a battle in the middle. Now Fernandez has a big burst. She's got a couple of people running forward. Fernandez slows down. Fernandez throws it over to DeFinis' foot. DeFinis has time, working it back to Fernandez. That's a good 1-2 punch. Makes a big cut. Ardo Boyko. Fernandez now has wiggle room. That's all she needs. And Ardo Boyko says, get it out of here over to the side. So good defense there by Ardo Boyko. Shelby is a sophomore. Battle over on that far side. DeFinis and Berwick wanted a foul. It was no call. And the fans getting into it here at Wilkes-Barre Memorial with 26 remaining. Fernandez and Evans, that's a battle. Back inside, who's home? Nobody's home. Wilkes-Barre got lucky on that because that through ball there on the ground looked like it could have been an opportunity there for the Berwick Bulldogs. So Mendola will try to kick this out. Offense for the Wolfpack hasn't been too kind here in the second half. Starr. Harder battling against Starr. Harder giving up about 8 inches there, and she battles with those tallies. Here comes Starr, going to throw this in. Mendola gets back on this one, and off of Fernandez torso. Harder now still playing it. Taken down from behind, and then we'll get a call. And they're going to call it against the Wolfpack. So that call probably could have went either way, and this one goes Berwick's way, and they both shake hands, which is nice, Fernandez and Harder. Tough play there, and Fernandez will eye up right on Mendola. And Mendola tries to get her foot on it, then it's Evans, but guess who's there? Berwick again. Every time the Wolfpack try to clear a little small ball, Berwick just seems to be there. Good hustle, and now a far one, and O'Donnell catches that late. 24:54 on the clock between the Berwick Bulldogs and the Wilkes-Barre area Wolfpack. Berwick again winning the balls in the air. Fernandez now between 3 people. She could beat 3 people. And Mackenzie Evans gets her body on it. They got to mark her much tighter than what they did. Here comes DeFinis, going to get a single shot, puts it down. And O'Donnell, and finally comes up with it. Woo, boy, that was, if you're a Wolfpack fan, you're like, okay, can you get on that? And O'Donnell finally got herself on it. Got to get her kicks a little further. She's blooping that ball in the air and giving Berwick that advantage of they still are on offense. Here's DeFinis, a high one and just over the goal. That's one that could go in. You got to be careful. Here comes Corcoran and Macking into the game. So Kozik comes out and Livingston comes out. 1-1. Mendola's kick, of course, Berwick runs right to it. It goes out of bounds for them, but they're just winning the balls out of the air. And this one goes beyond. It's Macking. Macking sends that, but it is out of bounds. So Berwick will now get a throw-in, and now we'll get a whistle. Ball was still on the field, so they want to make sure that's all cleared up. Chuck Edkins down there, the athletic director of Misericordia, officiating today. So Starr will get a throw-in. Berwick knocking on the door here to pull off the win. They would be a slight favorite in this game, probably by a goal or 2 over Wilkes-Barre. They just have so much offensive firepower. Mendola now trying to get in there. And now they call a foul on Berwick. Well, the Berwick fans aren't going to like that, but sometimes you don't see everything, and the official caught whatever was right there. Blew the whistle. Mendola sends this one. This is a nice ball. It's going to go right towards her sister. Her sister moved out of the way. If she would have stayed where she was, you might have got her body on it. Fernandez now, near midfield. Griskevich. Fernandez with that extra move she's got. She sends one towards DeFinis, and now there's 4 offensive players trying to work it for Berwick. That's the difference. Mackenzie Evans gets thrown down like a rag doll. Here's DeFinis running in. DeFinis trying to get one through and hits the side of the net. Boy, she is a gnat for Berwick. Very, very speedy. So Serpico now gets into the offensive attack here.
I don't know.
Make that the defensive. She's going to play midfield. Get it right eventually here. So they send this one out. This will go over a Berwick defender, Mendola and Harder. Can they get something working here? Mendola sends one and two Berwick defenders, but here comes an offensive explosion down the side as Corcoran sends one across, but then kicked out over there by number 17, Abby Seeley. So Brigido will get the corner kick. She'll send Evans up, and 3 Wolfpack defenders will hang back. So in the middle, it'll be Harder trying to run in, Mendola trying to run in. It'll be Macking there and Corcoran and maybe even Mackenzie Evans. Here comes Brigido's effort. Sends it through, goes off a shoulder, goes off a leg of a Wolfpack, and now sends it down to Kayla Fernandez, and Gruskevich will be there. Good hustle over there by Harder, and good footsie work by Fernandez. She'll take it back about 15, 20 yards, sends it back to her keeper. Sends it over to the side. Mendola's going to hustle that, and if she can hustle one, sometimes you get lucky on it if you get a mishit by somebody. Good body there by Starr, and they call Starr out of push. So Mendola will get an opportunity. Gianna Mendola here from probably the 25, so 35. This is where she hit one earlier. Scored the first goal. Gianna Mendola has a powerful leg. Let's see if she bloops this or tries to rip it here for the Wolfpack. Shot goes low and goes wide. So she tried something a little different than that first one, where she was able to get a little power and a little air under it and got a good bounce. It's 1-1, 19:58 and counting. Coach DePippa and Coach Kreidler going head-to-head here tonight. Gruskevich and Fernandez. Gruskevich trying to keep her footsies ahead, sends it down to Macking, but it goes out of bounds. Nice crowd on hand tonight for a beautiful night for soccer here in northeastern Pennsylvania between the Berwick Bulldogs and the Wilkes-Barre area Wolfpack. It is senior night, and a good idea to probably have senior night early. You just didn't know how long this season was going to go. And off of one of the defenders, here's Macking over there, seeing if she can challenge, and they kick it out. So now the Wolfpack will have a throw-in on this far side. Mendola lying here in the center of the field. It's going to be a Berwick throw-in? No, it's a Wolfpack throw-in, right? Okay. Here is Serpico. She got nobody home, and hold on, we got a substitute. And they will send Livingston in and Corcoran out. So Macking. And then sent down the sideline. Harder sends it down to Gruskevich. Gruskevich sends it back in, but gets a Berwick player. Got to be controlled by number 13. That is Rachel Whiteknight. And then goes out of bounds. So Berwick trying to get that offense going again. Again, they tied it up. Did not score in the first half, but they scored here in the second half. And DeFinis is on the possibility of scoring again at any time she touches the ball. That goes off of Mendola's knee. Probably needed to settle that ball and just relax a little bit. And she rushed it, and now Berwick has an opportunity. So again, opportunities are a knocking here. Mendola to Mendola. Mendola's got somebody chasing her, and then they call a whistle and favors the Wolfpack there, that call. So right from the midfield stripe will be Mendola. It's going to be Evans. Oh, no, it's going to go back to over here. Now they're backing it up 5 more. I think it's at the 50. Yeah, it's right at the 50. All right, so they're going to let Evans kick this one. Nice boot. Goes through one defender, but then up against more, and then the Wolfpack better get back. Evans falls down, and don't know if she hurt her ankle or what happened. Just caught the tail end of that. She's a huge player for the Wolfpack. They're hoping she's okay. She's in obvious pain right now in the center of the field. That's not good for her or any player going down like that. Just took a bad step. It looked, I missed it, turned my head for a half a second, and sometimes you take that step We'll take an audio timeout, and hopefully Mackenzie Evans is okay. We are back. Mackenzie Evans slowly coming off the field there for the Wolfpack. We hope she's okay. Not sure what happened there in the center of the field for her. Well, that's a big, big loss there for the Wolfpack. So at least for right now, for this game, we hope she gets better and could recover. But tough situation there for Wilkes-Barre. I'm just going to head over to the trainer table. So Wolfpack, see who they're going to replace her with. Looks like that might be Brigido, who might come back and try to help out there in the center. So here comes Berwick now. The finish, foot race. Mendola gets over there, and it'll go out on Mendola. And to finish, nice hustle there. Here comes Kayla Fernandez. So she'll come in. Berwick will bring number 4 out, Naroski. Now, that little rest there with the injury may have actually helped Berwick because they were pretty tired. Chris Navage now. Uh-oh, Fernandez getting loose. Fernandez is going to shoot, and oh, boy, did they get lucky. Wolfpack got so lucky that redirected because that's what Fernandez does. You give her an inch, and she finds a way to score. The Wolfpack escaped one there. 16 minutes left in this contest exactly right now between Wilkes-Barre and Berwick. Tied at 1 apiece. Throwing. Fernandez. Oh, she just split 2 or 3 people. And the Wolfpack and then keeps it going. And then Ardo Boyko sends it out. Wolfpack need to just kind of gather themselves in some of these situations and just send this ball a-flying. Credit to Berwick to just pepper. That's what they do when you have people like Kayla Fernandez and DeFinis. Wolfpack need to come up big here defensively. They're going to send this thing in. Big ball over the middle, header, off a body, another redirection, and fortunate there for the Wolfpack. And now it'll go sideways, and they finally kick it out, but guess who's there? Starr. Starr sends it over towards the middle. It'll be DeFinis with it. Back over to Starr. Playing possum. Off a body, and that is Mendola booting that thing out of there. That's what they needed right now, is just get it out of Dodge. Here's Crystal Harder on a possible breakaway. She's got one to beat. Harder goes towards the middle, but that's where there's three defenders. And now they'll run into each other. No call there between Starr and Brigido. And then Chris Navage back over. And that'll go back deep. And Ardo Boyko needs to just settle. She does and kicks it deep. Nice job. Now it could be a foot race. Could Layla Mackin get there? She's more of a distance girl, but almost makes it over. But it's going to be a big throw in here for Wilkes-Barre if they could hustle down. They're kind of slowing it down right now. 14-11. These are big games. Berwick used to big games. Hard to believe Mackenzie Evans got up. It looked like she had a serious leg injury. She's thinking of coming back in this ball game. Crazy. Hustle. Berwick sends it out. So Evans somehow, some way gets back in the ball game and running around like not a whole lot happened. That's surprising. So good for her. And Rihanna Andreas back in for Berwick. 13:39 on the clock. Kayla Fernandez saying, you know what? It's 1-1. I'm going to come back and help on this play. And it's a smart job from her. So it'll be Evans hanging back. Wilkes-Barre gets the throw. And now it'll be controlled. And then it'll be sent to the middle. And that is rejected by Starr. One-on-one to Finnis. Over there with Ardo Boyko, just sends it out. Now Ardo Boyko will get a throw-in. Evans wide open by herself in the middle of the field and has 30 yards in front of her, but they don't throw it to her. They throw it over towards the sideline. Something they got to think about. Here is a foot race here. Could Wilkes-Barre get their head on it? No offsides called. Harder has her foot on it over towards the center of the field, but Berwick's going to be there. And then sent out of bounds and off of the Wolfpack. So Harder had a quick window. 12:44 on the clock. Body up. Nice job, Fernandez. Wins it, and then guess what? She rushes to go get it again, but Evans controls in the back. Sends it forward, Griskevich. But again, the first footsie on it is a Berwick Bulldog. 12:27 on the clock. Here is Griskevich. Live high school soccer action here at Wilkes-Barre Memorial, the John Mendola Show. We are driven by McCarthy Tire Service. Corcoran, maybe, on a run down the side. Nice defense there by Leighton Force, the 11th grader. Corcoran throws it in. Could they get it off a Starr? Chris Navage battling her. They clear it. And then over towards DeFinis. Back off of Brigido's head. Here's Evans trying to make a little look here. And Evans then back over to DeFinis. DeFinis is going to come hard, and Griskevich will be down there. Fernandez won't be able to get to it. Griskevich just has to slow it down. Don't kick it out. You got plenty of time. She sends it forward, but there's nobody home way down the other side, and Harder hustles all the way over 20 yards, but it goes off her foot. Starr now back inside. Fernandez, and Fernandez is on a run. Gets by Griskevich. Fernandez sends it over to the middle. It's Evans. Evans kicks it back to Fernandez. Goes out of bounds, and Berwick will get a quick throw in here. Fernandez looking, and will get her buddy to throw it in, and that's going to be number 15, Emma Colon. Colon looking to go to Fernandez. You get by one. Fernandez sends one towards the middle, and Brigido, after Mendola's foot, gets on it, and now it'll go the other way. Still kicked out by Wilkes-Barre, but just not cleared. That's the key word. The Wilkes-Barre Wolfpack are not clearing the ball, and Berwick is getting second and third chances, and you can't give a team like Berwick that many chances. Here is Starr. Boy, she's tough, big, and strong. But it'll go down. Mendola will control, and then kicks that one deep out towards midfield. Harder. Looked like she was behind the defense. Now Crystal Harder trying to beat one of the defenders, and nice run over there by number 17, Abby Seeley's got the wheels, the senior. That missed over there on that far side. And now they'll throw into Mendola from the 35. Mendola poofs one up. And Harder and her were not on the same page on that one. Harder took her eye off it for a half a second and lost that ball as it got lofted up. 9:57 to go. 1-1 is the score between Berwick and the Wolfpack of Wilkes-Barre area. Here comes Harder. Tried to stay onside. Crystal Harder needs to make a little shake and bake. Is she going lefty? Right into a Berwick defender. And now it'll go back over to Mackenzie Evans. She's got Fernandez right on her grill. Evans, or Corcoran, off of number 15, Cologne. Corcoran with the throw-in. Brigido sends one down. Battle down there, and Harder unable to get her body on it. 9:16 on the clock, 1-1, all knotted up. So here is Kayla Fernandez. Going to send one. Oh, yeah. It's off the foot, and who's got it but just what they're looking for, and Gianna Mendola gets her foot on it. And now back over to Chris Navage. Chris Navage goes off a star. Back over to Kayla Fernandez. Her and Harder just always seem to have the ball at their foot. Harder for Wilkes-Barre and Fernandez for Berwick. Issa Mendola comes over but misses that. And now Evans is over there. And then good defense by Griskevich. Going to be a battle there. And Starr just a little bit more aggressive on that play. Wins it for Berwick. They try to get it outside and then they kick it out. And now the Wolfpack looking to get an advantage. So here is Harder. Harder kicks it off. Mendola going to try to run over to it. She gets it on her foot. Tries to make a cut to the inside, but she's got two to beat, including Starr. And now here could the Wolfpack get there. Oh, Chris Navage fell down, and Harder almost had it. Back over to the middle, it is Fernandez. Her and DeFinis have been the offensive firepower. Griskevich chasing. He sends it all the way across the field there. Back over to Starr, and now here comes Berwick the other way. Ardo Boyko takes down Starr. That's got to be a foul. So a direct kick coming here for Berwick. This is a dangerous spot, and it's going to be Starr from the 25. She's tall, she's strong. This has the upper part of the net written all over it. Defining moment here in this game with 7:24 on the clock. This is a dangerous play. And actually, see if we got blood here. As the trainer will come over to see number 23. Katie Starr, the senior for Berwick. The Wolfpack in a tough spot here. This is dangerous here. She's got to come out. So right now, that's not necessarily a good thing for Berwick. Trainer doing her best to get her back in. But you know who's going to take this kick? Kayla Fernandez. So Kayla Fernandez. There's two bodies over there. Which body's going to take it? Is she going to pass it back to Fernandez? No, a low line driver. Thought they'd try to go high. And now Fernandez has it at a pickpocket there by Evans. Evans battling Fernandez here. What a battle that is right now. Still battling the two of them. They'll call a foul on Evans. Right call. Evans there, and then they send one off of Mendola's head, and O'Donnell will come over and scoops that up. So, fortunate situation there for Wilkes-Barre, as that was a great ball by Kayla Fernandez once again. O'Donnell sends us over towards the sidelines. Wilkes-Barre's going to try to keep it in. Corcoran does a nice job. That's a nice, calm play for Corcoran. And this one sent high and goes out with 6:41 to go. Griskevich. Long throwing. Off of Berwick's head. Here comes Harder. Harder trying to break away and break free. Crystal Harder, lefty. Got the save over there was Umet. She was sitting in the goal and just kept her body right outside of it and said, I got this. I'm going to gobble this up, and she does. This ball over the head. Now it's Kayla Fernandez with it. Fernandez with a little footsie-dootsie work. towards the middle. She's got one of her players and sends it wide. And roaming free is the finish in the middle. Somebody's got to get a body on her. Closest defender's 5 yards away. And now Starr's going to come back in after getting all taped up. So you want this young lady back in the ball game for you. 5:50 to go here between Berwick and Wilkes-Barre. Off of Ardo Boyko. This sent deep. Out towards number 3, Rihanna Andreas. Andreas kicks it back in. Battle there in the center. Kick to the sideways. And a late call here by the official. I think Issa Mendola may have gotten a hand in the back there. And that's the call. So this is going to be dangerous. I'm thinking Fernandez is going high. O'Donnell better be prepared. Here comes a ripper. Shot. Caught. And there is the rebound. The finish cleans up for Berwick. That is the dangerous play of the Berwick Bulldogs. They just keep attacking. And if you leave a ball there for a half a second, they're going to finish it. 5:03 on the clock. So Berwick now, a 1-goal lead with 5 minutes to go, looks tough to get to. And the Wolfpack's offensive opportunities have not been too big. But they're going to have to see what they can create. And now waiting for that whistle. We got a clock issue right now. So clock got boo-booed. Now they got the clock right. So here we go. We'll see if the Wolfpack could respond. So Mendola sends one. Here's Harder in a foot race. Could Harder beat the defenders? Crystal Harder, one-on-one. Can she get there? No. Foiled there by number 12 or 17. Abby Seeley foiled that play there, and it'll go out, and the Wolfpack will get a corner. So Gianna Mendola now is coming all the way up here, and DeFinis will join her and hang right in her pocket. Shot here. Sent out. Harder will go out there and race it down. DeFinis will race with her. Cut by Harder, but cleared over there, and Ardo Boyko now. Ardo Boyko gets it down. Nice trap there by Harder. It'll go towards the goalie, and she'll keep it in. Nice play there with 4:07 to go. So the Wolfpack have played tough tonight at home against Berwick, who was the favorite coming in, and Berwick just has found a way to take a lead, but it's not over yet. Wolfpack will battle till the end, and let's see if they're able to tie this thing up. Griskevich will send one. Foot race here, Chris Navage, but these Berwick defenders are really fast. Not many Wolfpack players have gotten behind them. Just that good. It'll go to the opposite side now. And Livingston will try to track it down, but it'll go out of bounds. 3:27 and counting. Starr sends one really deep. It's going to go out of bounds. Ardo Boyko will get a throw-in over there. So Coach Paul DePippa's team has a lead. There's 3:08 to go off of Mendola's head. Griskevich, they wanted a handball over there. I didn't see the full thing. It might have been one, but I couldn't see it. And that'll go out, and now we'll get a throw in here for the Wolfpack. Under 3 minutes to play. Ardo Boyko throws one in off of Mendola's foot, but right over to Kayla Fernandez, who sends a blast deep. Griskevich better look over her shoulder because she's got a girl sprinting on down and catching up to her. And Griskevich kicks it out. Had a lot of room over there in the middle. But Emma Cologne was sprinting. And they send one over. Who's there? DeFinis. And Ardo Boyko gets rid of it. Almost another cleanup goal there for Berwick. And Harder tried to get around the corner and go out of bounds and come back in there on that. 2:11 on the clock. Wilkes-Barre's got to find a little energy to see if there's something they could put together here. Here late. Off of Fernandez's body. She'll rip one towards the keeper. Better be careful. And O'Donnell comes up with it. Errant kick. Ardo Boyko, nice job of just kind of getting it. And then back over to Berwick. Ardo Boyko out there. Got to be careful. Got to be careful. They send one there. Now Gianna Mendola has time. Got to think. Sends it towards Issa Mendola. And Issa Mendola's got to take her on. Let's see if she could beat her. Sends it deep. Got Harder. Could get past the defender. Crystal Harder with one defender to beat Crystal Harder. Oh, what a save by Umet. Almost scored was Crystal Harder from Mendola, but Umet comes up with a monster save and could be the game saver right there with just under 1 minute to play. Could the Wolfpack have another chance here? 53 seconds on the clock. Griskevich now. Right to a Berwick player. And now it is Ardo Boyko. Time is ticking down. 39 seconds. Sent down there off ahead. Now Gianna Mendola. She sends one down right over to a footsie and the Wolfpack, but it's Kayla Fernandez trying to play some defense. Kicked out by her. 26 seconds on the clock. This thing's getting more intense. Wolfpack with very little time here and very little chance. And that goes out of bounds. Going to be another throw-in. 16 seconds. They need a ball. They don't have a ball. Waiting for a ball. 11 seconds. They just wasted 20 seconds. Or so it seems. It was probably 10. Berwick, I think, is going to pull this off. 3 seconds to go, and the Berwick Bulldogs defeat the Wilkes-Barre area Wolfpack 2-1. So that will do it here from Wilkes-Barre Memorial. Valiant effort from the Wolfpack, but Berwick was the better team tonight, just by the slimmest of margins. These two will meet again down at Berwick in the coming weeks. So that'll do it for tonight. The John Mendola Show. We are driven by McCarthy Tire Service. Senior night here for Wilkes-Barre area, spoiled by the Berwick Bulldogs. We thank you for joining us tonight. Good night, everybody.